Hey guys, Brits and me back here with another video, and I feel we need to talk about the new LEGO Star Wars Summer 2021 wave, which was leaked recently in a Japanese LEGO summer catalogue that LEGO actually revealed themselves, but they took it down now, but you can get photos from all across the internet. You've probably seen these on Discord, Instagram, YouTube, whatever social media you're on. You've seen these images circulating around, and there are more images of the Clone Wars sets, so I'm going to do separate videos on those, but I'm just going to be talking about all the sets, all of them in general for now, and then in the, not in the future, but I'm going to do future videos on most of the sets, separate, their own videos. So let's start with the advent calendar, which actually isn't on the screen, but we know it's a Mandalorian themed advent calendar, which I guess is cool. It'll be $40, so $39.99 in US, $49.99 Canadian, and $29.99 for pounds. So that's for the UK people like me. So as some Tusken Raider, Scout Trooper, IG-11 average figures, then Christmas Baby Yoda, which is pretty cool, or Grogu, or the child, whatever you want to call him, and then also a Mandalorian Beskar Mando figure. So that's all pretty cool, pretty average, but again, pretty cool nonetheless. Hopefully we get more of these themed advent calendars. I wouldn't mind a Clone Wars one, a Bad Batch one, but it's all up to them. Then starting all the sets on this page, we've got the Moff Gideon's Light Cruiser, which is at the top of the page. So that set will be costing $160. I don't know how much Canadian, and I don't really know Canadian prices, but however much the AT-80 was for Canadian people last year, that's how much it will probably cost. For you guys, I don't know, ask someone who's Canadian. Then in pounds it'll be £140. So this Moff Gideon Light Cruiser, the build looks alright. Now my main problems come with, it just looks a bit funny. I think it's the bridge or something about the front looks a bit out of scale, and also the gap. Like, I don't know if you see it, but the little gap where the TIE fighters come out, that's meant to be longer. It just looks really bad. It doesn't look good, but it looks like if you look at it as just like a cool Star Destroyer playset, then it works. Like, the kids don't care. It's more the collectors and display people, and hopefully they'll make a UCS version of this set anyway in the future. But we haven't seen the interior, but so hopefully that's pretty good. And as far as the main figures go, Grogu, can't go wrong with a Grogu figure. He's only come in 2 sets before this, but one of them is expensive, the other's quite cheap, so another expensive set doesn't really hurt. Then he's also in the advent calendar, and yeah, so he's in quite a few sets. Then Mando, Beskar Mando with the Beskar Spear, which is a great figure. I definitely think the Beskar Spear comes in 2 of the summer sets, so you can get that. Although it's not really a new mold or anything, it's just a regular spear. So if you collect like Chimo and Ninjago like me, then you probably have like a ton of those already. But for people who are sole Star Wars collectors and might have a silver spear from other sets like Castle, Chimo, and Ninjago, then there you go, you can get it now. Then the next figure is Cara Dune, which I'm surprised they didn't remove her. I know there was a lot of talks about how they're going to remove her from the set and all this stuff, because Disney are annoyed for what she said on Twitter and stuff, and just all this toxic stuff, and how all her merch has been cancelled. They're removing her from the posters, but she's still in the set. So scalpers who are buying her in the ATS Raider, you guys kind of failed there, because she'll be on shelves for another 1 or 2 years, and her minifigure is unchanged from her 2019 figure. So then next up, we got Fennec Shand, who looks very good. I might actually just buy that figure on Bricklink if I don't get this set, just because she appeared in the Bad Batch recently, and that's really cool. Her new helmet mold looks really good, and the rest of her figure is very average printing. Like, there's nothing about her accessories or torso print or face print that stands out from the rest of the crowd. And yeah, so moving on to Moff Gideon, his figure is very average. It looks very, I don't know, I'm not keen on it. There's a lot of customs that look better, and they didn't even make a Darksaber mold. They just gave, I know in 2013 when they originally released the Darksaber in that Mandalorian speeder, it was like a regular lightsaber hilt. Actually no, 2012 when they first released it. Yeah, so 2012 it was a regular lightsaber hilt with black blade. Now it's come in 2 sets, 2012 and 2013, and it's both look like that. But I thought, like, we're like almost 10 years on from that. Like 2012 was 9 years ago, 2013 was 8 years ago, so they should be able to make a new mold. I know Area which is the custom seller, they have an amazing mold for the Darksaber, but LEGO should be able to at least like like a black katana in the hilt or something, I don't know. But this just doesn't, it's a bit disappointing. But the rest of the figure looks pretty decent. Then the Dark Trooper looks very good. I know it's not like a droid body or anything. And I know that like AV figures and other customizers, I saw someone on Instagram with a really cool painted custom Dark Trooper. But loads of people have made better Dark Troopers, but for Lego it looks pretty good. I'm a bit disappointed that's only one. Hopefully there's like a battle pack or some sort of army builder or a cheaper way to build an army of these guys, because these guys will probably be worth like £20 on Bricklink resale, sort of like the Airborne Trooper from 2020 that came in the General Grievous Starfighter. Anyway, we talked a lot about that set, so we need to move on because we don't have much left of the video now. But yeah, so the tank build is fairly substantial, and when I say fairly substantial, I mean it's a pretty big build for what you get, like £35. It's a pretty big build for that, for £35 or $40, or I think it's $40 and 50 Canadian, I believe, but I'm a bit unsure. But yeah, it's a very substantial build, and it will go well with the TIE Fighter that came out in the winter wave. Sorry about that, but yeah, the winter wave. There's a TIE Fighter that came out same price range, and they would go well together. Good army builders, but more expensive. Similar to the AAT, I noticed 2 tanks in a row with desirable figures, 2 desirable figures, and being Grief Karga and Mortar Trooper and Ahsoka and 332nd Trooper. But still, all in all, pretty good, and good for that price range. It's a good deal. I don't personally think I'll be picking it up anytime soon, but maybe in a few years on the after sale market I might get it for a cheaper price. Anyway, the next set is the Book of Boba, well, not Book of Boba Fett Slave One, but the Slave One, which originally was believed to be original trilogy coming from Boba Fett and Han Solo, but no, it's actually Mandalorian / Book of Boba Fett. I say that because it has the repainted Boba Fett, which looks very good and would go well with Book of Boba Fett stuff. And then Mando with his Beskar Spear. I said earlier about 2 Beskar Spears, but yeah. So those figures are great. I'm a bit sad that there's no like Fennec or Mayfield or anyone like that, especially for the $50 price range, which is about £40, I believe. I don't know, but it looks very substantial for the price range. Like, if you think about that being $50 and the size of it, and compared to previous slave ones, it looks very good. Right, so next up I have one that I was very excited for, and the anticipation does not get let down here, was the Mandalorian Gauntlet Starfighter, which is the big blue set on the second page above the throne room jewel. Now, the blue, grey, black, it all blends in together, looks nice. I like how you can fit Bo-Katan and the other Mandalorian in the cockpit, and the minifigures are great. Gar Saxon and Bo-Katan look great, but I'm going to talk more about this set in a separate video, so I won't go through all of it. Then the throne room, again, I'm talking more about that in a different video, but the build's not substantial, but the minifigures are great, which is kind of typical at this point. And Bad Batch Shuttle I've already talked about. So that is all of the summer wave that we've seen so far. But when we get better images or images of new sets, then I'll be right on it and making videos. So I'll see you then. But in the meantime, have a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe and comment down below which sets you're going to buy. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.